So, man, episode 20 on the Trevor Jackson podcast. It's a special one, man. I got my dog. I got to give him his flowers. Let him know that he legendary. He been doing legendary stuff. You know what I'm saying? Creating legendary content. And you know what I mean? We got Reezy in the building on this episode. So,
Hit this blunt, girl.
you know what I mean? We going in for real on the Trevor Jackson podcast.
Fuck Reezy. I remember
My
that
man
nigga
got
in the
hits.
7th grade wearing the same shit from the 5th
You know what I'm
grade.
saying?
That nigga
Plenty
ain't
of hits.
shit.
What?
Held the
Fuck
615 down
Oh,
for a
don't you know
long
that's my
time,
fault?
man.
Getting high to
So, shit. We about to rock with it, man. What it do, my brother? How you doing today, fam?
I'm good. What's happening, son?
Hey,
How
I'm
about
just
yourself?
cooling. I'm just cooling.
I hear you.
That's all,
I
man.
hear you.
For real,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So what's been going down in 2020? How you been living this year, man?
Everything great, fam. About to re-release the '07 mixtape. It's That Hard with a new cover. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
About to hit the studio again and drop some new music, man, and just working, man.
Hey, that's what's good. That's what's good. We got to keep creating, man. That's what we was put on earth for, to create content to be remembered by. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah. So, man, like, looking over your career or whatever, you know what I'm saying, for as long as I've been knowing you, shit, you been putting in work. You been getting it in, you know what I'm saying? I done seen you in movies. I done seen you feature on plenty people tracks. You know what I'm saying? I done seen you travel, doing shows, on tours. You know what I'm saying? Being in the cover of magazines or whatever. And I seen that you
Right.
linked up with them boys in Savannah too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, linked up with Payne, man, shortly after Camouflage unfortunately passed, man. That was a real good experience for me. Did a lot of work with Rome Bad Daddy, Mike Nelson. Shout out to Lou Mon, the CEO of Pure Pain. Fat Boy, you know, he was the one making beats down there. Fat Boy a beast, man. He's the one that made that. If I'm not mistaken, he made that Wasted for Gucci, man.
Yeah.
The one he got flyers on. Yeah.
Yeah. You was rocking with Fat Boy now before he even made that Wasted, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah. Before while Fat Boy, you know, was still, you know, getting out the mud out here.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. He got a #1 hit record too now, so that's wild.
Which record you talking about? You talking about the Gucci?
Yeah, that Wasted, that went #1. That's the only record Gucci got that ever went #1 was the Wasted.
Really? Man, that's surprising.
Yeah.
That's surprising right there.
Yeah,
I rock with Gucci.
that man done dropped 100 albums, only got one #1 record.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
Yeah.
That boy laced him with that one.
Sure did. He sure did, fam. And
Yeah.
like, I know everybody know Reezy Woody music for the Lincolns and Lax record.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? The Lincolns and Lax was a smash. Like, you dropped that before streaming even existed, you know what I'm saying? And was killing it, doing numbers and touching bases with a lot of people. Like, how did the creation of that song came about?
Okay, well, Lincoln's Relax, you know, I wrote that joint just one night, fam. I really based it off an instrumental I heard from a No Limit song. It was Prime Suspect. I think the song was called Old Lady. It had Teen and Snoop on there. But and I ended up putting my homeboy T Minutes on there, and you know, Tim blessed me with the last hit on the song, and you know, I was young, you know what I mean? I came in there making it a dirty version, you know what I mean? And Tim called me the next day and he said, man, you got to come in here and make this junk clean, you feel me? So, but that's when I knew I had something. When Tim called me and told me, you know, you got to come in and make it clean, I knew I had something.
Yeah.
But we put the single out before the album came out. I say we put the single out maybe in it It came out like early 2000, maybe 2001 to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we get a lot of love from college radio, and
Mm-hmm.
then got a lot of love in Jackson, Tennessee, of course Nashville. They just got played on one the beat. That's major in Nashville.
Yeah.
But yeah, put the single out first, and then the Fast Life album came out shortly after. But yeah, Lincoln Relax it made a lot of noise, man. A
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Lincoln's and Lex. Before I even knew who T Reezy was, like I seen the posters for Lincoln's and Lex and the album coming soon. The
Hmm.
Fast Life album. So, like, did you have a promotion team or whatever, or like, I don't know, like, cause we was in the streets, we was hands on, we had to be hands on with everything. It wasn't no, what I'm saying, social media to promote and put flyers out. We was hands on. We had to be hands on. So, did you have a promotion team, or it was just you and the guys out getting to it?
It was just me and my guys, man. We didn't really have a promotional team, so to speak. But we had a team, but it was just me and my guys.
Yeah.
Just getting how we live. So we
Mm-hmm.
was hitting the streets, putting up posters and flyers, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of footwork back then. If we would have had the internet, all the access that we have to the internet today, then we would have that song would have took off even more. But I did mention Jackson, Tennessee, but we got a lot of love in Alabama, Mississippi,
Mm-hmm.
also with their record, and places that I might not even know, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, because we weren't able to see all the reach that we was, what I'm saying, doing back then. Like the difference of the
Right.
game, the difference in the game now is that everybody is on their phone or on the computer promoting their music. When if they go out in the streets, they probably would get more recognition. Like if you're doing it in real life, what's going on in real life will make it to the computer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Without
Yeah.
you even having to
Absolutely.
promote it. Yeah,
Right. Right. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So like, tell me about like, what I'm saying, your relationship like with Kwani Cash. You know what I'm saying? Cause you and Kwani, y'all did records together. You was in the movie that he recently re-released on Amazon Prime, and he got it everywhere for sale. I just had to repurchase it because I said, oh man, that was a cold movie, man.
Man, Kwani a real dude, man. Kwani always kept it 100 with me. I reached out to Kwani to feature on a song on my Slowburn album called Ghetto,
Mm-hmm.
and we just, we built a relationship from there. Told him, if you got any spots, I knew he was working on the movie, Loyalty and Respect at the time, and I told him if he had any spots in the movie, let me jump in there, and he did, he hit me back up, and we got in the movie, and that's a classic movie, that Loyalty and Respect, man, and that was good looking from Kwani, man. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Kwani,
Mm-hmm.
Kwani a real dude. And he always been really humble, man. A lot of people in Kwani position wouldn't be humble like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
much respect to Kwani Cash.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Cause like, it's two movies in Tennessee like that's legendary. My opinion. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but the two
Mm-hmm.
movies is Choices by 3-6 and is Loyalty and Respect by Kwani Cash. Them the two most legendary movies ever created in the state.
You know what? I can't argue with that. I
Yeah.
can't argue with that at all. I might be a little biased towards Loyalty and Respect, but I'm a huge 3-6 Mafia fan. So
No, I
yeah,
wasn't ranking them one and two though. I was just saying those are the two. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. You right. I agree. I totally agree with you. Yeah,
Hmm. So,
those are the two. I would have to say myself.
so like I'm looking at T Reezy playlist and songs like, what was your connection like with Black Folk Inc? How you link up with Black Folk Inc? You know what I'm saying?
We used to do a lot of promotion in this magazine called The Hole that was based out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And the editor of the magazine, he linked us up, and yeah, those some good dudes, man. Walt and B-Lo. Yeah, those some real dudes, man. They still doing music, just like I am. But that's basically how we linked up, and yeah, I'm featured on a few of their songs. Yeah, we did a lot of work together.
Yeah, yeah. Like them boys based out of Alabama, ain't they?
Nah, they based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, dang, I didn't even know that. Chattanooga
Four,
boy.
yeah, 423.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay, okay. And you know what I'm saying, man? Like, I can't wait to hear the new Reezy records, to be honest with you, because like I know what you capable of. You the you know what I'm saying? You the plug, you the sound in the South. Like I could tell who you was inspired by, but the people listening to the podcast might not know who Reezy Woody was inspired by. But like name a couple of artists that inspired your flow and your sound or whatever. I know, you know what I'm saying, life experiences created the sound and the swag or whatever, but who was some artists that you was listening to, you was like, oh, them boys cold, I'm rocking with that.
Of course, UGK, man. Uh, Long live the pimp, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pimp C was a heavy influence to me. Too Short, of course, Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest. Ball and G,
Mm.
3 6 Mafia, Skinny Pimp. I don't want to leave anybody out. Ghetto Boys, NWA, Easy.
Yeah, yeah.
I was heavily influenced by Cash Money, Cash Money Records when they first got their big deal. When they came out with that Juvenile 400 Degrees, BG Chop City in the Ghetto.
Oh
Actually, I was
yeah.
on BG before they got the deal with It's All on You, Volume 1 and 2, but
And you and
my
BG, y'all was working with the same graphic designer, cause I noticed like your artwork, you know what I'm saying? The person that did your artwork was the same person who used to do BG artwork.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was L-Tight Graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were popping back then.
Yeah, he was cold with it, man. That was levels to it. That grabbed your attention ASAP right when you walk into the store.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, man, hey, it ain't you know what I'm saying, much I can say about Reezy Woody, but when that new album come out, you got a title for the new album?
I don't, man. Actually, I'm just really putting out singles. You know what I mean? I'm about to, like I said, I'm about to re-release that It's That Hard from
Mm-hmm.
2007. It'll be on all streaming platforms in about a week or so. But I'm just, working on singles. I'm not really focused on the album, right now in this day and age. I don't even know if, a lot of consumers have the patience to listen to a whole 60-minute album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Times changed. If an album longer than 30 minutes, it ain't even folks ain't even got the attention span to listen to a 30-minute.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah. They don't have the attention span to listen to you that long, man. So I'm just hitting them with songs. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Hey
sir.
man, I can't wait to hear them new records though, fam. For real.
I can't wait either. I can't wait to get them to y'all.
Yeah, yeah. And like,
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like when you came out with the Lincolns and Lax record and the Fast Life album, where was some of the where were some of the places that you was performing at? Cause I know you was everywhere. Like I used to be in touch with you. You used to be 1 minute I'm in Savannah, I'm in Chat, I'm in Knoxville, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? You used to be everywhere performing. Johnson City.
Right.
Yeah.
Um. Well, born in Atlanta, with Big Hope now, Baby D, back in them days when they was popping.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Opened up for Lil Wayne in Mississippi. I want to say it was Columbus, Mississippi. Opened for Yo Gotti in Murfreesboro,
Yeah.
Tennessee, my hometown. Let's see, I did some shows in Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
Opened up for BG, Chopper from No Limit.
Yeah.
Um,
Lil
It's not
Boosie. I
all that.
remember you did some shows with Lil Boosie before.
Yeah, yeah. Just shows with Lil Boosie. Before Boosie was the Boosie, that we know today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm leaving out something. I don't want to leave, the shows out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like what you think about the new age of hip hop, like the climate, what hip hop in is right now? Do you think like hip hop is in a good place, or do you think like the music trash or watered down or whatever?
Well, I think it's a little watered down, but I still rock with it. To these young artists, get their money, get their bag, man. That's what it's all about. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do I think the lyrical content is where it used to be? No, I don't. But I think a lot of that has to do with the powers that be, and what they
Mm.
want.
Yeah.
What they want the masses to hear. You know what I mean? They wanna dumb us down. They don't want us, thinking too much. You feel
Yeah.
me? So
That's
I think
crazy.
that's where it's at. But get that money. That's all I can say.
Get that bag, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So us being brothers from Tennessee or whatever, like I know the election coming up soon, and voting. How important you think that is to do in Tennessee? Because I'm gonna give you my opinion before I, you know what I'm saying, finish out the question or whatever. I feel like us voting in Tennessee is actually pointless because our perspective, we'll never win what we want to win. We'll have to vote locally to make some changes locally before we can make some changes with the presidential vote. But what's your perspective on like the black community or the hip hop community getting involved with voting in Tennessee? What can we do to, you know what I'm saying, sway the vote?
Voting is very important to me, fam. Tennessee is a red state. I don't know whatever side you're for.
Mm-hmm.
Just vote. You know what I mean? Our ancestors went through hell and high water for us to be able to vote. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I don't take that lightly. Um, I don't agree that it's pointless. I see where you're coming from,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't agree that it's pointless. Voting is the most powerful nonviolent weapon that we have, and I
Yeah.
think we should exercise that to the fullest, man. Whatever side you know people that are listening may be for, just continue to vote. The more voters we have, the more things can change. Everybody, I hear people all the time talking about, I'm just one person, my vote doesn't count. But if we have 10,000 people saying I'm just one person, I mean that could make the difference. That possibly could make the difference. So
Yeah.
I get out and exercise your vote. If you are a felon, you know what I mean. Just check and see if there's any possible, loopholes that you can go through to get your right to vote back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just don't look at it like it's pointless or we defeated. You know what I mean? We gotta keep fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't just
Yeah.
give that's like giving up if we don't, you know what I'm saying, continue to fight. Because the reason I asked you that question is because I was like wanting to ask you what you think about like the NBA. They was about to cancel the season. I think just a couple of days ago because of the recent situation in Milwaukee or whatever, or Wisconsin, not Milwaukee. It was in Wisconsin. The Jacob guy.
Well,
They was
yeah.
about to cancel the season. Do you think that they should have continued on with canceling the season, or just said like, nah, we're
In
gonna
my
play ball?
opinion, no. I commend them for what they did, for taking a stand, putting pressure, on the owners to use their power to stand up for these players. I mean, the NBA is majority black. I would say probably around 80% black. You're owning and making all types of revenue off these black players. If you're an owner, so I commend what they did, man. Put pressure on these owners to use their voice to make a change. But I think their voice will be stronger with the season continuing rather than ending it. Because if you're playing, you're constantly, in people's face, in people's living room, on the TV screen, on ESPN, and I think that gives them a stronger voice rather than stopping the season, But yeah, I commend the NBA, LeBron and everybody else, man. I commend them for what they did because they hold a lot of power, man. It's the first time in my lifetime I ever seen something like that.
Yeah.
Games stopped due to, social injustice.
Mm-hmm.
And, it didn't stop with the NBA. It leaked over to Major League Baseball, soccer, WNBA, even NHL, even hockey had to get in on it.
Yeah,
so,
you got people in other countries kneeling and stuff like Kaepernick. Yeah, NASCAR and everything got involved.
Right, man. I mean, I commend them for what they did, man. That's just
Jackson podcast.
Yeah,
it's a small step in in getting justice, man. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's not gonna happen next year. But whatever power that we have or whatever friends we have in high positions, let's use that power to make change.
That's right. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
For real. And
yes, sir.
And before we head out or whatever, fam, like I got one more question to ask Woody. I don't want to take too much of your time, fam.
I'm good, fam. You ask me anything, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it, my nigga.
No problem at all.
Yeah. So before we head out or whatever, like if you had to ride from Nashville to hot dang on DC, about 6 to 8 hour ride, and you could only choose one artist to listen to all the way that way, who catalog would you choose, man?
One artist or one group or
it could be any genre, anything. You had one artist, you said, we riding from Cashville, we riding out to this, all the way from Cashville to DC.
It's a tie between UGK and Tupac. But we're gonna have to throw some Reezy in there, you feel me? So, I'm sorry I can't answer your question with just one answer, but that's how it will go.
Hey, that's what's up, fam. Hey, the world waiting on that new album, my brother. Thank you for coming on the Trevor Jackson podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, man. And y'all doing y'all thing with that podcast, man. I've been checking you out, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
You and your homeboy from C Hill, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man.
Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir. I rock with Knoxville and C Hill, man. You had me in C Hill back in the day, man. There's a lot going on there, boy. You know what I mean? It's a legendary hood in Tennessee. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a fact. That's a fact, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we rolling now, family.
Yes, sir. Roll on out, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Chill.
So you can ride clean. My diamonds gon' bling, man, my diamonds gon' bling. Used to ride 15, but now I'm riding 20s. Used to drink gin trick, but now I'm drinking Remy. The figures riding in Lincoln.